live video. Live. We're live.
Just tell them, hey, hold on, guys. We're waiting for people to catch up to us. Get on.
Waiting for this to catch up out here. We're in the middle of Arkansas on the way home from Florida. Waiting for some people to show up. Very little signal here, evidently, on the other phone that we're trying to answer questions with. Always irritating when you have technical difficulties. Got a couple of likes coming on. Hello, Scott Smith. Looks like you're first one.
I can't look at.
Mr. Tommy, hello. Ron. Mr. Steven. I gotta get my brother on here so he can watch his phone, so he can do the question answering for me. Otherwise, I gotta put these on, and we'll give us a few minutes for these people. It looks like people's coming on. Hello, Bob. Hello, Chris. Hello, Mr. James.
So far.
Edward, Justin, Ron Hall. How you doing? We just had some world famous barbecue at Nick's here, just a little bit east, about 30 miles east of Little Rock, Arkansas. Got a little bit of daylight here, so we can do this live feed. Go on about 20-30 minutes of questions and Q&As and stuff like that, and then I'm going home. We're really tired. Been a long week. Hey, we got some people from Brisbane already. How you guys doing? New Zealand. How you doing down there? Tacoma, Washington. Things are going great, Gilbert. Thanks for asking. Hello, Mr. Dusty Rose. Nick Swanson. Yeah, I go live every once in a while, not very often. Only when I have something important to talk about. I really didn't want to talk about the wreck. That was kind of tough. That was a tough pill to swallow. So, you know. Hey, Eddie Cox. Things are going pretty decent. I'll give a few more minutes. Hello, Sam. We did some testing yesterday, and we're very, very pleased with the results. So there was no need to just beat up on the car today. So, can you hear me at all in there?
I don't have it on, so it won't interfere.
Oh, okay. You guys can't hear me. Kind of speak up right now. Hello, Kim. I'm sitting right next to a big semi here at the barbecue catfish place, and he's got a big old loud generator running right next to me, but I promise you it's still better quality than going down the road with this wind that we're fighting right now. Oh, Miss Rustine, how you doing? Aren't you late for cards? Aren't you playing poker tonight? Yeah, you gotta win one for me and Bobby since we're not there. Steven, I try my best to answer everybody on social media. It's really, really tough, especially for a guy like me who has nobody help him answer his questions. You know, I do all my social media pretty much myself. I do have a couple of people helping me post stuff, but as far as all the answering and stuff, I do it all, private messages and everything. So a little bit tough to...
About that same number, and then we'll start with the questions.
A little bit. So it looks like we have about 990 people on right now. So we'll just get right into this. The reason for this live feed was to kind of try to get everybody up to speed on what's going on with No Respect Racing. I have lots and lots of questions and lots of confusion about what's going on. And to be honest, I don't even know. Every day I wake up, things change. Everything's different. That's the life of a street outlaw, no prep king, street racers. We always got to have the ability to step back and punt, change directions as needed. So yeah. So I wrecked the car September 14th. Wrecked the Street Beast September 14th of 2020. Very devastating to me and the team because that's the only car we had to race. So I looked and looked and looked and looked and looked and looked, and the only thing in my price range that I felt like I could buy and do a double duty, street and no prep kings, there was 5 4th gen Camaro Firebirds in the world for sale. Only 5 cars that I thought I could do well in both, and they were all 4th gens. So anyways, I ended up buying the one that I got from a friend of mine, a guy I knew down in the DFW area. Car had been pretty fast. Bought it, actually traded one of my 728 motors for that car, get us right back going, and then I spent every last penny I had making that car, double frame rail, putting a little motor in it, getting it ready for the street, and then boom, No Prep Kings was announced right before we was ready to go start testing for the streets. All this while we were filming the episodes that are on right now, that you guys are watching right now. We were filming those, so I didn't have the car quite ready for filming. Then they announced No Prep Kings was right around the corner, pretty much the day we were leaving for Chicago to film all the Chicago episodes. So that is why you're not seeing me with a car. I'm there just helping Dominator and some of the other guys get going. So that's the reason why you don't see the stunt double on the street show right now, is we just did not get it done in time. They announced No Prep Kings was upcoming. I knew I wasn't going to make the stunt double on any of the street shows, so before I left for Chicago, I went over to Mickey's and I pretty much pulled the 728 out and told Mickey to get the 959 out of the Monte Carlo that we've been building, put it in the stunt double, and start hooking it up, start getting everything built for that. So when I come back from Chicago from those filmings, we went ahead and we busted our ass getting that 959 in the stunt double, and just barely, literally barely made the Ohio race. The car had ran for a total of maybe 2 minutes tops before we loaded it on the trailer and hauled ass up to Ohio. And then it was just a year of just chasing our tail. New car blues. About the time we figured out what the car wanted with the motor and the combination, we started doing good. That's when the water leak started. And man, that water leak kicked my ass, and we literally did not get it fixed until the last race of the season. Had to pull those billet heads off the 959 and put the original cast heads on it, and they just don't like as much timing with the cast heads as it did the billet. So we got a couple of pistons at the very, very last race by just being literally a half a degree, maybe a degree too aggressive on it. So there was my 2021 No Prep Kings and street season right there in a nutshell. It just fucking sucked, literally sucked. So I go all winter trying to figure out how I can make all this stuff happen for 2022 and improve the program and get back on the winning track, and all this while having an empty pocketbook. Funny thing is, me and Dominator and Kamikaze went down to Edinburgh to film a clip show for the season that you guys are fixing to watch. It'll probably come out in a week or two. While we were down there filming, this ad for this badass screw-blown Nova came across my Facebook. Just happened to be like, boom, the third one to come up one morning. I couldn't sleep, and it's the car I've been looking for about 5 years. It's a car that I figured I could make an immediate impact in. It could be faster than the Street Beast and faster than the Stunt Double, be competitive to Ryan and Robin and Swanstrom, you know, the guys, Kai, Lizzie, all the top 5 top runners. You know, I thought I could be competitive against them guys. So I literally had an hour and a half tops in Edinburgh, Texas, to try to figure out how to afford a well over $100,000 car and program. So I made a call to my brother, asked him if I was doing the right thing. He agreed that we needed to make some big changes. So I got a hold of my banker and completely redid my financial portfolio, possibly refied my house. Basically, I'm in debt till I'm about 90, and made the deal for this car. So yeah, and now I own the Nova.
Just tell them what the car is, if they don't know already.
If you guys been living under a rock and haven't been following my page for the last couple of days, it's a 1974 hatchback with a 69 front end, all steel roof and quarter car, has a steel bumper, has steel door handles, even has a steel grill in the car. It's as closer to a street car than the Street Beast was, but has a big ass, badass BAE blocked, Noonan headed, screw blown Hemi between the frame rails, and that son of a bitch is fast. So finally went down there and picked the car up. Tried to wrap my head around a screw blown program in really just a few short hours. We headed out to the track up to Bradenton for some test passes, and you talk about nervous. I couldn't shove a greased BB up my ass for a couple of hours, I'm telling you, man. But after that second pass, after that first full pull on the second pass down the track, you know, I'm pretty much hooked. So I'm not saying that I got it figured out by no means, because that'd be a lie. But I'm a lot more comfortable behind the car, and we're ready to turn it up. So yeah, so there it is. There's pretty much the last year and a half, 2 years of No Respect Racing in a nutshell. Hopefully that explains it all.
A lot of people asking if it came from Adam.
So yeah, we can open the floor to some questions now. We have, looks like we have about 1,500, a little over 1,500 viewers in there. Appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in and trying to get the update. Sorry it's been so long since my last live feed, and sorry to keep everybody in the dark, but sometimes I just can't reveal all my secrets, you know, until they happen. So the car did come from Mr. Adam Flamhawk out of Cape Coral, Florida. It is the Viking Nova that he raced on Fastest in America. It is one that he tried to race on No Prep Kings a couple of times last year. Due to his very, very busy tuning schedule, especially overseas, he just come to the conclusion that he just doesn't have time to race the Nova and his Corvette, so he put it up for sale. And I guess luckily, timing wise, I just happened to see it at the right time. Literally while I was working the deal out with my banker and Adam, he's told me 25 street outlaws trying to call and buy that car, but I 60-footed every one of them, and it's now mine. It's in the toter home. It's in the stacker here behind the toter home, and we're almost home from Florida. It's mine. It resides in the 405. The 405 no longer has a nitrous car in our group, but we do have a screw blower, first one. So hey, I don't like following the crowd. Nobody's had a screw blower. Nobody's even tried to bring a roots blower. So just the centrifugals, the Pro Chargers, and turbos and nitrous, and well, now I'm the first one with a big old badass Hemi screw blower. So we'll see what happens.
You gonna keep the car's name as it is, or is it gonna have a new name?
I've already got a new name for the car. I was gonna call the new Monte Carlo the name that I've been saving. It fits the Monte Carlo theme very well, but it also fits this new car. I've wrecked the Street Beast, so now when the new Monte Carlo is going to be, I have to call it the Street Beast. I have to bring that car back. That car is what made me who I am. So Street Beast is coming back. It's on a chassis jig at Mickey's Chassis Works being built, working on it as we speak.
We're going to incorporate as much as we can from the old car.
Try to put as many usable parts from the Street Beast as I can on the new car. That way it still has some Street Beast pieces to it. The new Nova will now be called Heavy Metal. Heavy Metal fits me and my personality, my persona, my racing program, and the car. Loud, rude, aggressive, says a lot of shit that without thinking, says a lot of shit without says a lot of stuff without, sometimes I have to apologize about. But so there we are, heavy metal, loud, rude, and aggressive. It's going to be a lot of the Viking stuff still on the car. I'm not going to take anything away from its original heritage or the original builder. It has a very heavily influenced from Sweden type theme. Adam is from Sweden. A lot of people don't know that my niece, my brother's youngest daughter, actually lives in Sweden right now and is engaged to get married this summer to a Swedish man. His name's Jens and Jans. How you guys doing? Hope you guys can tune into this thing. So here's my Swedish shout out. So yeah, I do have some Swedish ties. Home ties, family ties, and now racing ties. So the Viking theme will always be on the car. I'm not gonna take that off of it.
What about the color? Are we gonna try to incorporate the blue?
We're going to try to incorporate the blue. I don't have time to paint the car or wrap the car before the season starts. We just have too much work to do on it. So we'll try to maybe take the black stripes and turn them into the blue. Maybe the same color wrap that I did the stunt double in. I really like that wrap. That color just really, really pops. So maybe we're going to try to incorporate some blue on it. And yes, eventually the car will either be painted or wrapped blue, because let's face it, it's just that's the brand for No Respect Racing. It's going to be hard for us to get away from blue, and really don't want to get away from it either. So
what are your plans for the stunt double?
What are my plans for the stunt double? Anything I want to do with it. Right now, the plans for the stunt double, it has the 728 in it right now. We got it configured for the streets. We were supposed to film the street show in March. That got postponed and pushed back. So possibly in July. Looks like July. I'm probably sure we're going to do a whole season of the streets in July. So possibly stunt double on the streets and heavy metal, the Viking, straight for No Prep Kings. But if I just don't feel like the stunt double will cut it on the streets, then I have no problems putting that screw blower on the streets if needed.
You still building on the new Monte and expected finish date?
Have no idea on the finish date of the new Monte Carlo. Yes, we are building it. Yes, I have a little bit of credit with Mickey, so he's still building on it. I'm not completely broke yet, but really, really, really close. If I have all the money, still don't think we can get that car done by the end of the year. It's going to be really pushing it. It's just, we're going to build a top-notch, top-quality car. This car is going to be pretty much, Fireball, as good as the Fireball. It's going to be top-notch, top of the line, greatest, best of everything I can afford to put on it. So we're just not going to rush it, especially now that I have the Nova. There's no need to rush the Monte Carlo because I have something that I can be competitive in and win races. So we're just going to take our time. We're going to build that Monte Carlo right. It's going to be right from the start. That way we have no regrets when she comes out.
What are the differences between your procedures in driving the nitrous car versus the blower car?
Ooh, a lot. The differences between nitrous and a Turbo 400 versus a screw blower with a Bruno and a Lenco. Quite a bit on the starting line. A lot of buttons to push, a couple switches to flip, and you got to do them in order. You got to do them the right way, or the thing just won't even go in gear. If you do manage to get it in gear, it won't shift. It may take off in second gear, it may take off in third gear. So you definitely have to do the starting line procedure is completely different. The nitrous car, you just basically back up, purge it, turn on your 4, 5, 6 switches for your kits, however many you have, put it in gear, pull up, trans brake, and go. This one, a little bit more difficult than that. Let's see, I got to push one trans brake button, brake pedal, get off the brake, put it in gear, arm the shifter transmission timer, push the override twice to get it in high gear, do your rolling burnout, stop, brakes, trans brake, off the brakes, put it in reverse, back up in third gear, stop, trans brake, foot off the brake, put it in neutral, hold the arm switch for 3 or 4 seconds to restart that the transmission sequence, puts it right back in first gear. Go into first gear, and then you take the beams just like you normally would on a normal car and just hang the fuck on. So a little bit more entailed. Oh, I forgot one more thing. There's a switch that I have to arm that arms the timers for the timing system and the race pack. So you got to do that, or you won't get any data, and shocks and all that other stuff won't work either. So see, I already forgot something sitting here in the toter home.
Do you plan on trying to race the new Nova on the streets?
I already answered that question. The new Nova will come on the streets if I think that's what I need to win, or get me to the top, or do whatever I need. If the stunt double is not cutting it, or I just don't think it's going to cut it, then the Nova will go on the streets.
No, the rest of them are pretty much.
A lot of comments. It's really hard for me to talk and read what's going across my screen. They're going across so fast.
Make sure you're going to tell her. You're going to make every race.
So Bobby, my brother, sitting next to me, he's trying to answer the questions as they come across. That he's trying to ask me the questions as they come across it by importance. Yes, I plan on taking the Nova to everyone, all 15 of the No Prep King races. Yes, I plan on trying to win as many as I can. Yes, I plan on trying to win the points championship. Yes, I plan on. I'm going for broke. I'm in debt till I'm 90-something years old, and I got to start making it pay off now, immediately. I do not have time. So we're coming to win.
We don't know what the new car weighs yet.
A new car is right at No Prep King weight, which I believe is. I have to look at the rules again. I think it's somewhere around 2875, somewhere around there, 2850, 2875, with a steel grill, steel door handles on both doors, a steel bumper in the back, and 2 big ass, hard to pack, heavy parachutes. So we got a little bit of weight to take off if the weights go the other direction. So we can take a little bit of weight off and make it. We'll be able to make weight. We won't be going in overweight every race that we show up to anymore.
Yes, we'll need more Wounded Warriors decals.
I could probably use some more of those Wounded Warrior decals, that's for sure.
That's all pretty much the same question.
We, so far. You know, obviously when our season starts here the 1st of April, we won't get a break. We probably won't get a free weekend until November. And maybe not even until December, depending on if we're behind on filming on the street shows or not. So it's going to be a very, very busy year. We are still playing catch up from the COVID shutdowns from losing 2020. We're behind on the street show, you know, a couple of seasons as well. We got to catch that show up as on top of that. So in debt is the American way of life. You damn right it is. If you're not in debt, you're paying a shitload of taxes. So it's either one or the other.
People are asking what power plant you're going to put in the new Monty when it's finished.
What power plant? Who knows? I may be completely fell in love with the screw-blown Hemi stuff. So the Street Beast may get a screw-blown Hemi. Who knows? Stranger things have happened.
Curb feelers.
Curb feelers. All right, let's talk about the curb feelers for a little bit. Everybody asks, where's the curb feeler? So here it is for everybody. Curb feelers will not work at the track. It messes with the beams. Cannot use curb feelers at any track race. No Prep Kings, grudge racing, period. So when I go to the track, there will never be any curb feelers on the car. When my car sees the streets, you'll see the curb feelers on it.
Most everybody's just saying good luck. Can't wait to see you.
We've made 5 passes in the car. Made 3 full hits, a couple of aborted runs. Car wasn't going straight on the very first run. The front end didn't come down for a while. When the front end did come down, my weight of my hand had pulled the steering wheel to the left a little bit. So when it touched down, it veered off to the left. And instead of driving through it and possibly risking a wreck, I just did the smart thing and I lifted. Not a big deal. We made a half-track pass, came back, went over the data, came back, my second pass, boom, low 420s right off the bat. Yes, that's slow for a screw-blown car, but exactly what we was looking for me to get ready for the car. The 2 days later, Monday, we did a test session again. First pass, we turned it up a little bit. We had the shift point too high to the rev limiter, so it actually was bouncing off the rev limiter before it shifted into third. I lifted on that pass probably a little bit about 2/3 track on that one. We came back and we fixed the issue, and we pretty much hit what we were trying to hit, our target goal for speed on the next pass. No need to beat the car up and beat the rods because parts are hard to get. So we decided that I hadn't made a mistake in the driver's seat yet. Everything was running good, so we put it in the box, all smiles and happy and hugs and high fives, and can't wait to get this season started.
It's all repeat questions we've already asked so far.
Yeah, obviously I'm going to try to put some kind of blue on the car before the season starts. I just don't know how much time, what all I can get. We got a lot of maintenance to do on the car. I need to have the blower stripped. I need to run through the valves and do all the normal screw blower maintenance stuff when I get back home. I've got a mountain of stuff to buy, parts, just tools, just actual tools to work on a screw blower deal. Different converter to buy. I got Lenco gears to buy, so I can have different gear sets. So we got a pretty extensive list of parts and tools to outfit the trailer with in just literally four short weeks, including getting the blower stripped, including getting all the maintenance done on the car, and still trying to get somewhere to test before that very first race. So yeah, no rest for the Street Outlaws right now.
What kind of horsepower and what kind of ETAs?
Horsepower, lots, over 3,000, probably over 4,000 maybe. It's a screw blower. It's unlimited screw blower Hemi. As fast as you turn it, it just keeps making power till you lift. So it'll make power till it throws the rods out. So I'm sure probably 4,000 plus, probably right on par with the Pro Lines and the Pro Chargers and the Pro Lines and the twin turbos. So we're right there. So there is a reason that screw blowers are outlawed in NHRA. They make too much power. I bought the car complete. I did not have it built. No time, no nothing. I actually bought this from Adam as a complete turnkey outfit, and Adam's going to be helping me until I get a handle on the tuning. I'm also bringing another tuner named Kevin McCurdy. You guys may have known him. He's held the quarter-mile record in Pro Mod for almost 2 years, and he to date holds the quarter-mile record for Pro Charger, so for centrifugal blowers right now. I believe the record is a 554 with a 0, and I believe he has a 554 with a 1. I may be off on those because I don't follow Pro Mod very much, but Kevin McCurdy will be helping me this year, along with Adam's advice when needed. So I'm all my eggs. I am all in. I'm bringing help. I'm bringing tuners. I'm bringing a car. I'm bringing a blower. I'm bringing lots of methanol. I'm coming the best, most prepared I ever have been in any No Prep King season.
Just kind of wrap it up and say thanks to everybody.
Is that all it? So there's a lot of dumb, not dumb, but a lot of other questions like show us your toter, show us your stacker, all that kind of stuff. And I'm just not going to get out on this dusty ass, dirty parking lot. It's almost dark. We're fixing to start losing light, probably in 10 more minutes of light, probably.
Sure ain't talking about
yeah, so that's pretty much it. I see all you guys' comments on there. They'll be on this post. When my brother starts driving here in a little bit, I'll get on and I'll try to answer each and every one of your questions individually. There's some really stupid questions going by about some stuff being talked about me on the internet that I just don't give a shit about. The answer to that question is I don't fucking care. I just don't fucking care. You're asking stupid questions, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't ask the stupid questions, don't even matter. So anyways, hit the link right here. Tell me which races you're going to be at. You know, come shake my hand somewhere. With 15 races all around the country this year for the 2022 season. Season 5, No Prep Kings. It's going to be off the charts. There's going to be so many badass cars, so many fast guys coming in. New guys, old guys, you name it. This one is one to watch. You don't want to miss it, folks. Pick a place close to you. Come to it. Grab your hotels. Grab your tickets. Come say hi. Come check out the new car and all the other new cars. Until then, Doc Love, peace out, guys.